Yes, please.
Please tell us something about yourself.
Sir, I did my class 10 from Cambridge Jaya Education and I did my matric from there itself. After that, I prepared for 1 year for engineering entrance and I got to UPT. I studied from 2006 to 2010 in IIT College of Engineering Technology, which is located in Greater Noida. After that, since I was campus selected, I worked for 3 years from 2010 to 2013 October. After that, I left my job in 2026.
Why did you not want to continue with that IT work you were doing in such a good company?
So although the work was, you can say, reasonably good, reasonably very fine, but I thought that from growth prospect as well as from job security point of view, this job was better suited to me.
You thought so.
Yeah.
When did you interview?
My interest is scheduled on 6th of May.
You have already taken how many mock interviews?
So this is my first.
The first. Do you read newspapers?
Sir, not that extent, but little bit.
But it's important for you to read newspapers all the time. Because for your interview also, if you don't read the newspaper, let me tell you very frankly that your chances will be reduced considerably.
Yes.
So you must start reading newspaper at least from today. For the last 1 week and from today, you must read newspaper to see what is happening. So have you read today's newspaper?
Yes, sir. I have read the headlines.
Okay. Can you tell us what are the headlines? Tell us 3 headlines, please.
So first headline is that our Prime Minister is going to visit Central Asian nations, and after that, it's a week-long visit. We'll be visiting, and after that, we'll be attending Shanghai Cooperation Organization as well as the meeting of BRICS, which is scheduled to be held in Russia. And one headline is that actually right now I am going through the headline.
These Central Asian countries you were talking of, these are all part of USSR once, you know.
Yes, sir.
What does USSR stand for?
Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Okay. So which year these broke off?
1991.
What happened?
Sir, actually, some section of Communist Party of Russia under the leadership of Yeltsin, they rebelled against the Soviet government and
But who was the Russian leader at that time? Who was the Russian president at that time?
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Okay.
So actually, if we talk about Mikhail Gorbachev, he started perestroika in Glasgow.
What is perestroika?
Sir, I don't know about them in detail, but I think that these are related to easing of economy and the government control over economic enterprises as well as the day-to-day administration was loosened. And this actually perpetuated the decline and fall of USSR.
So these countries got away.
Yes, sir, all these countries broke away.
And then they joined the USSR.
Sir, all this started happening after Second World War. USSR was formed way back in 1919 and 1920. I'm not exactly sure about the timeline. And Vladimir Lenin actually was the main builder of USSR.
But okay, that was the Russian Revolution.
Russian Revolution happened in 1917.
Who was the Russian leader at that time?
Tsar Nicholas.
He was not a leader, he was the king of
King
course.
of
according to the Russian propaganda tool, these are what is the sentiment, the sentiments of the Russian people who were there in Crimea. They wanted that Crimea should be annexed by Russia and Crimea should be a part of Russia. So Russia annexed Crimea from, and Ukraine could not do anything about that.
Tell me, what is your view about the National Judicial Accountability Commission, NJAC?
Very much in the middle of
Yes, sir. Sir, this actually is a big requirement for India because apart from India, I don't think there is any single country where judges appoint themselves. And in India, it's India's Supreme Court and High Courts, they all have powers to appoint judiciary among themselves, and this might lead to some kind of nepotism or internal corruption. Now,
Might it go as if led is already there, huh?
sir, since I am not a part of judiciary, so I am not entitled
Okay. So, you think it should be there?
Yes, sir, it will bring accountability in the appointment of judges.
Who is heading the Supreme Court now? Who is the Chief Justice there?
And
Achandra Pujara. You have heard of Digital India? Today is the very time.
yes,
There is something happening in India today.
yes, sir, digital building the
What is that all about? What is this Digital India?
Digital India aims to bridge the gap between the digital apps and digital cameras.
Okay.
And it's aimed at bringing e-governance to the villages of India. First of all, it will connect all the villages by broadband, and then all the important essential services like e-health or e-governance portals, all this would be made available to the common villager by the means of mobile or internet also.
Okay. So you have worked for which company? You can check.
Infosys Technologies,
Infosys. Who is heading it now?
Vishal Sikka.
Vishal Sikka is the CEO of the company.
Yes.
Do you think that this idea of this digital India, I mean, is it really implementable? I mean, looking at the existing conditions of India, it's just a thought at this moment. Do you think it is possible in India? Because there are so many villages who don't even have, electricity. Still, the very basic need is not fulfilled. And they are talking about digital India. Do you see any way of actually will it happen?
So actually, even though infrastructure is not there, but the mobile coverage in India is very dense. And if we try to implement digital India by the means of mobile, and we already have Chandra accounts, so that financial inclusion is there, and we have Aadhaar also. So this trinity of JAM, as our Honorable Prime Minister pointed, this might be able to help implement digital India, digital India products.
So you are targeting which kind of job? I mean, what is your dream job in government sector?
Government sector might,
You have engineer, assistant,
Actually-
maybe. Which one would you prefer, given an option?
as foreign affairs,
Sorry?
the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay. Who is the foreign secretary government India now?
S. Jaishankar.
इंडिया का कुछ ड्रिफ्ट चल रहा है चाइना के साथ.
Yes.
What is the bone of contention? Why there is a drift?
So there are multifaceted things that are there in India-China relationship. First of all, the issue of Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh is actually a bone of contention. China says that it used to be a part of Chinese territory, but India says that after India got independent, the map that the Indian authorities got were from the British, and were from the British, and British showed that Arunachal Pradesh was a part of India. So first mode of contention is that. Second mode of contention is our LAC. Chinese soldiers usually
LAC stands to
line of actual control. Chinese soldiers very frequently violate the agreements that have been founded there. Moreover, China is also
What are the agreements? What are the agreements? The LLC that
sir, exactly. I am not sure whether there is agreement or not, but
There is no agreement. That is the basic question.
But- okay, sir. But I think that there are some basic understanding that was signed in I guess 2014 between Indian army authorities and Chinese army authorities, where they will not try to provoke each other, and they will try to implement a mechanism which resolves all most of the
So
problems.
what else? What else are the issues which are?
Only these two.
No, sir, or there are others also. First, and on economic front also, China does very, you can say, low quality equipments and low quality manufactured products in India through the boundaries of Nepal and Bangladesh. So these products that are there in India, like Chinese mobile and all, these do not be any kind of duty that are levied by Indian authorities.
Okay, tell me, which is the fastest growing economy in the world as of now?
As of now, it's China.
China. Do you know Chinese economy is slowing down? This is the latest thing that is happening.
Yes, sir.
And what will be the impact of Chinese economy slowing down on Indian, in Indian affairs? In India, will there be any bad impact of Chinese economy slowing down? And if it is happening, it is said it is happening, it is done deliberately. So why it is happening?
So I'm not aware of whether it is being done deliberately or not, but slowing down of Chinese economy might have an impact on India also, because India and China are major trade partners. And actually, China was the biggest exporter to India. So in a way, India and China both are dependent on each other. So it's better for both the economies that
Is there any initiative that government of India has launched in this very context only, a very famous one, to increase the economic growth in India? It's a very famous campaign of
Make in India?
Made in India. What is the difference between Make in India and Made in India?
Made in India is maybe it's like I'm not so sure about the differences, but what I think is that made in India is about a product being manufactured in India, and Made in India is like the foreign companies are invited in India to develop their products, to manufacture their products, and they will be provided favorable conditions for doing so.
Your hobby is yoga, you said. Yoga. So who is the profounder of yoga in the world? I mean, talk about a person.
Sir, initially it was B.K.S. Iyengar. B.K.S. Iyengar was a well-renowned yoga guru.
Talking of the origin of yoga.
Okay, origin of yoga.
Yeah.
The origin of yoga, actually, first written account of yoga comes in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, but it dates back earlier. Actually, it started during the times of Mahatma Buddha and Mahavir Jain. Mahavir, sorry. And initially there was no written accounts of that, but Patanjali
Why also pranayama are there?
sir, actually I am not aware of all the types. I actually do a very specific set of.
Which one do you do?
I do actually Bikram Yoga. Bikram Yoga is a set of 26 exercises that have been formulated by Bikram Chaudhary, a renowned yoga guru. In 1970s he started all these things. So I do those.
Can you name some of the asanas that you do in that?
The Dikshasana, Vajrasana, Ardhachandrasana, and your
Is pranayama part of these asanas?
pranayams are actually pranayam is not a part of those 26 asanas, but pranayam is a part of Hatha Yoga.
Now my last question to you is, give us an overview of the energy sector.
Energy sector. So energy sector is these days more defined by our coal and petroleum based products. Though India is trying to diversify its economy and to renewable energies like solar energy, wind energy, all these are also encouraged. But even today, Indian economy is more dependent on petroleum and coal-based energy. Petrol and coal.
But we are importing both,
Yes.
coal and petrol both. Why?
So actually, this
We have enough coal in India.
Yes.
Why are we importing?
So this is a strategy that has been adopted. Okay, actually, this strategy was first adopted by the US. They also had enough energy resources, but first they have adopted the strategy of first importing from all the places of the world.
What is the point in importing if you have it already? Yeah? If you reduce your this thing results, no, import will have to pay. So what is it that you're gaining out of importing? What do you understand?
Sir, it might be that we can have coal reserves for a longer period of time. When
The main problem of the country is that our coal has got ash content. We don't have quality coal.
Quality coal is
That is why we are importing. It's not a strategy. That's not very easy. Okay, so let's talk of oil products.
oil products, India is definitely dependent in oil products. Only there are few oil fields in India which produce
Can you name some of them in the northern part of India?
Depoy and
Is it in the northern part of India?
northeastern actually.
Okay.
In northern part of India, we have oil refineries like in Mathura.
There is an oil field also, it is very much in the news of it in Rajasthan. Can you name it? Okay, please go ahead. Yeah.
Actual doesn't match it. Okay, now your interview is over, Ravita. That's enough. How do you think you have?
Sir, I think that I might not have better.
You could have done better. You could have. Anyway, so kindly wait for a few minutes outside. So we will call you